my mind wandered. Back to the days when I could barely imagine the happiness I have today. I was a middle schooler at the time. An ordinary girl who dreamed about love, as is normal at that age. But I really should not have dreamed that dream. Because I am furniture. Furniture is nothing more than a tool, and is not human. Blech. For a person less than human such as myself, just receiving my education was more than sufficient happiness. So even thinking about love was more than I deserved. The Ushiromiya Family Conference was a customary event held every October. Relatives would occasionally visit at other times as well. Of course, they didn't come just to drink tea. On this day, Eva's family had visited the head family on Rokenjima. The 3 people from Kaos' family and the 3 people from Eva's family had gathered in the parlor, and were having a friendly chat as they updated everyone on their situations. Genji had supposedly told Kenzo of Eva's family's arrival, but he hadn't come down yet. He was probably immersed in his own research and couldn't spare the time. Of course. This often happened, so the others waited patiently for their fickle father to come down.
ほう、それは頼もしいじゃないか。お父さんのところでたくさん勉強して、早く手助けができるよう頑張りたまえ。
ありがとうございます。今は父の紹介でたくさんの人生の先輩方に本当に貴重な勉強をさせていただいています。そのいずれも学校では学べないことばかりです。
学校で習うのは国語算数やない。ものを学ぶ姿勢と態度を学ぶんや。その基礎ができて、ようやく生涯をかけた勉強が始まるんやで。ここをな、勘違いしとるやつは生涯学べん石頭や。
Yeah. What is important is critical thinking, to be logical in everyday situation. Hideyoshi is a good example of that. You should learn from the master.
国語算数で満点取れても会社じゃ役に立たへん。
全くその通りだよ。秀吉さんの教育方針はいつも本当にご立派ですな。
ジョージもまだまだ半人前や。それを常に忘れんで勉強に励むんやで。
よしなさいよあなた。ジョージはいっつも一生懸命頑張ってるわよ。ねえ。
本当に立派ね。うちのジェシカにも爪の赤を分けてもらいたいわ。
まだテストの結果を根に持ってるのかよ。受験勉強は私なりにやってるって。こんな席でまで言うことはねえだろうよ。うぜえぜ。
When George was praised for his diligence, the conversation would normally always turn to Jessica, who hated studying. Oof. Jessica made an openly displeased face, as though she'd known it would come back to her.
やれやれ。ジェシカは勉強と一緒に少しはおしとやかな言葉遣いも学ぶ必要があるんじゃないかね。後宮家の家紋を背負う一人娘がそれではみっともないな。
あら、これはこれで魅力的よねえ。時代は変わるのよ。男に食わしてもらうために定粛を装わなくてはならなかった時代はとっくに終わってるんだから。
Did it change or is it still lingering?
そうそう。やっぱエヴァおばさんは分かってますね。
今日は頭痛が特にこたえます。
Yeah, I guess that was Eva's plan all along, to make your headache worse with that comment.
大丈夫ですか？夏日おばさん、顔色が優れないみたいです。
ありがとう。大丈夫です。でも本当に月日が経つのは早いものね。半ズボン姿で浜辺を駆け巡ってずぶ濡れになって帰ってきた日がついこの間のように思います。
What was that? He ran around half naked by the beach? And oh, I mean, this I gotta hear. Like, I'm watching the old Godzilla movie now on TV, but I gotta hear this. Tell us more.
それはジェシカちゃんも同じよね。今じゃお化粧の仕方にだってこだわるレディーなんだから。眉にこだわりがあるのね。今日のあなた、とってもキュートよ。
ありがとうございます。
Okay. Unless they were talking about George when he was a little kid. I thought that we were talking about a couple of years back when he was the same age as Battler or something. Well, that's a letdown. In that case, I gotta go back and watch some more Godzilla.
誰も気づいてくれなかったんで、自信なくしてたとこです。
A full smile rose to Jessica's face as the results of her own studies were finally noticed. Eva smiled back just as widely, and in front of Natsu. Then she turned that. Okay. You couldn't make it more obvious.
ダメよ、夏日姉さん。自分のこの小さな変化にも気づかなくちゃ。かわいそうなジェシカちゃん。一番最初にお母さんに気づいてもらいたかったでしょうに。ねえ。いいんです、いいんです。あの人、そういうの全然気づかない人なんで。
ジェシカ、母親をあの人呼ばわりとは感心できんね。謝りなさい。
言葉遣いについては後でよく言って聞かせます。
I mean, I understand calling your mother in specific ways that are appropriate and very polite, but she? I mean, I would understand if instead of she would have said this woman. That surely would have been really, really bad. But she?
お子様は邪魔だってんならそう言ってくれよ。私は席を外させてもらうぜ。ここは空気がよどんでるぜ。
ジェシカ。
Jessica was still at that unpredictable age with exams right around the corner. Recently, she had clashed often with her mother, who was enthusiastic about her education.
失礼いたします。
Hey there, Shauna. Yeah. Jessica making to leave the parlor in a bad mood, and Shannon, pushing a serving cart loaded with tea, bumped into each other.
ああ、シャノン。私の分のお茶はいらないぜ。私は庭でもほっつき歩いてくる。お嬢様？
シャノン、お茶が冷めます。配膳を急ぎなさい。
失礼しました。
Shannon hadn't actually done anything wrong, but Natsuki, who felt like some shame to herself had been shown, lashed out at her emotionally. This was something that often happened in the Ushiomiya family. But it seemed that Shannon wasn't strong-willed enough to accept it that way. She shrunk back and nervously prepared the black tea. She had the unfortunate habit of making more mistakes when she felt intimidated. Her pitiful appearance dispersed the peaceful atmosphere that had been there until just a moment ago. That wasn't really Shannon's fault, but she thought she might be the source, and felt the pressure on her chest. And thus chaos ensues. Her shaking fingers made the porcelain clatter, and you couldn't have called it graceful, not even as an empty compliment. The more pitiful everyone thought that was, the greater the silence grew. The more irritated Natsuki looked, the more Shannon cowered. And the more Shannon cowered, the more Natsuki is gonna lash out at her. Oh boy, Shannon's thick neck felt like it was being choked and suffocated by the death god called tension. Or the goddess called Natsuki. Then, George spoke cheerfully, as if to blow away the stiff atmosphere.
これはいい香りだね。
Yeah. This is truly quite lovely. Good old-fashioned tea.
何の紅茶かな？
これは。
言わないで。
Okay, good. good move. I was about to say, it would have made things worse.
当てるから。これは特徴的な匂いだから多分わかるよ。アールグレイかな。
多分そうだと思います。
多分アールグレイで合ってるよ。台所に戻ったら紅茶の缶を見てごらん。
ほう。ジョージ君は紅茶に詳しいのかね。
お世話になっている社長さんに紅茶の詳しい人がいまして、講釈を聞いているうちに少しだけわかるようになりました。
ああ、おこのぎ食品の社長さんかい。
That and whenever this stuff happens with Shannon, George has to be prepared to get her out of danger. Like now.
あの人、そういううんちくは得意やな。
紅茶の名前って産地を示すことが多いんでしょ？じゃあこれはアールグレイという土地で栽培されたのが由来なのかしらね。
昔イギリスにグレイ伯爵という人がいたそうで、その人にちなんでつけた名前だそうだよ。ちなみにこの特徴的な匂いは茶葉のものではなくて、ベルガモットというみかんの親戚にあたる果物でつけたものなんだって。
そうなの。初めて知りました。そういう知識を持っていると紅茶もより美味しくいただけますね。
酒もタバコも同じや。嗜好品はロマンをたしなむもんやで。こういううんちくが味わいを深めるんや。
薬の能書きと同じよね。夏日姉さんも愛用してる頭痛薬の説明書、今度はじっくり読んでから飲んでみなさいよ。
Okay, that was a bit of a stretch. What are you laughing at? Klaus?
それはいい。今夜試してみなさい。
ええ、試してみます。
Damn it.
シャノちゃん、そのポットを開けてごらん。茶葉の中にベルガモットを乾燥させたものが混じっているのを見つけられるはずだよ。
はい。入っています。オレンジの皮を乾燥させたようなものが混じっています。
うん。多分これがベルガモットだね。アールグレイの香りの主成分だよ。匂いは鮮烈だから味がきつそうな印象があるけど、素直で飲みやすい味なんだよ。ミルクティーにすると香りもまろやかになって素敵かもしれないね。みんなに注いでポットに余った分があったら、ぜひミルクティーにして飲んでみるといいよ。
はい。ありがとうございます。
George gave her a small wink. Shannon finally realized that George had been doing her a favor by calming down the atmosphere in the room. He had been doing it for her sake, as she had lost her self-confidence. The Yoshimiya family did not pamper their servants, so if there was any awkwardness, they would be harshly punished. So it didn't often happen that they were given a helping hand like this. Yeah, dodged a bullet there once again. Thanks to George's concern, Shannon was somehow able to get a hold of herself and finish serving everything safely. If she was calm when she worked, she could easily carry out her tasks elegantly and flawlessly. By the time the black tea was laid out on the table, and the elegant scent drifted around, the room was completely back to how it had been, in a peaceful mood, as if one praised George's knowledge. Shannon wanted to thank him for saving her, but it didn't look like she would get the chance. So she at least thanked him inside her heart, praying to God that George would hear it, and pushed the serving cart away.
ジョージ兄さんは昔からそういう時には助け舟を出してくれるんだよ。話題をさらりと変えてくれるというかさ。
Shannon and Jessica could be seen in the rose garden. Jessica, having gotten into a fight with her mother, now felt unable to simply nonchalantly wander back into the party, and so found herself here, killing time.
思い返せば、こういう助けられ方をしたのは今回が初めてじゃない気がします。
Whenever I made a careless mistake, and George-sama was there, he would always naturally smooth things over and make things harmonious, I think. Maybe it wasn't something as direct as picking up a fork that had been dropped, but that was his way of caring. Even servants have pride. They want to fix their own mistakes by themselves. Because if a guest helped them out with that, they would lose face.
そういう空気を読むのが得意なんだろうぜ。まあ、ジョージ兄さんの美学なんだろうよ。あの人、妙に気ざったらしいところあるからな。
そんなことありません。とっても素敵な方だと思います。
ひょっとしてシャノン、ジョージ兄さんに惚れた？
Shannon had refuted Jessica's words uncharacteristically forcefully, so just got caught on immediately.
いえ、そういうことはないかと。
そういや、ジョージ兄さんってあまり浮いた話を聞いたことないし。あれ？確か家庭的な子がタイプだとか前に聞いたかな。そりゃいいぜ、シャノンぴったりじゃん。
私がですか？そんな、私にはそんな資格ありませんし。
資格はあるぜ。何年も昔から顔を合わせてて、半ば幼なじみ状態。互いに男女であることを意識しないナチュラルな関係ってのは、一度意識し始めるとトントン拍子らしいぜ。
Jessica loved teen magazines with these kinds of stories, and she was always on the phone talking excitedly with her friends about that kind of thing. So she had a keen intuition for this kind of romantic topic. So, yeah, this wasn't the first time a topic like this had been brought to Shannon. But it was certainly the first time she had noticed George as a member of the opposite sex. She was furniture. Then George was an honored guest connected to the Ishimura family. She had thought it impersonally to even imagine any deeper relationship. So she hadn't thought about it. Jessica was taking immense pleasure in poking fun at all this, since it didn't affect her. Shana was doing her best to make sure that her blushing cheeks weren't discovered. So if George showed up at a time like that, there would be no way that she would be able to keep her cool. And then they saw George come out from the entrance hall of the mansion. It looked like he hadn't seen them as well. He headed over, waving his hand. Shannon had to frankly try to regain her ordinary composure before George reached them.
おじいさまがやっと降りてきたよ。
Oh, what a miracle! What a miracle!
あとは大人たちの話になるからって追い出されてね。
そりゃ抜け出して正解だよ。じいさまの顔を拝むくらいなら、疫病神にキスした方がマシだぜ。
そんな言い方は悪いよ。ただ、おじいさまは僕らのことを疫病神だと思っているかもしれないね。何しろ、事業用にお金を借りたいという話でやってきたんだから。
That's right. This wasn't the customary annual October family conference. Eva's family had visited to apply for a business loan from the main family. Kinzo had vast resources, and he lent those out to his children. Of course, this was not money to lend because they had gotten themselves into financial trouble. At least not yet. How would they expand their business using the vast amount of money that they borrowed? How much interest would be attached, and how soon could it be repaid? This wasn't a loan for the have-nots. It was a loan for those who were on the offense. Kinzo judged strictly whether it was worth lending out his fortune, and afterwards, he strictly oversaw its use. So there was occasionally this spectacle where relatives visited Rokkenjima and explained their business to Kinzo. To the parents, it may well have been a meeting concerning the movement of large sums of money, forcing immense stress upon them. But to Jessica, who lived on this isolated island called Rokkenjima, it was a precious opportunity to meet up with her cousins. So even in her bad mood from getting into that fight with her mother, was immediately cured by this chat with the infrequent visitor George.
うちも全くケチくせえぜ。金なんて余ってるんだろうから気前よく貸してやりゃいいのによ。うちの親父もじいさまもどうせねちっこくもったいぶってんだろうぜ。
お金を貸すとき慎重になるのは当然のことだよ。もちろんうちの父さんも借り入れた分で事業を拡大し、しっかり返却できるプランを持って訪れてる。あとはプレゼンテーション次第ってところだろうね。本当は脇で見させてもらって勉強したいんだけど、母さんに追い出されちゃったんだよ。ちょっと残念かな。
親方様はクラウス様やエヴァ様のことを今でも子供の頃と全く変わらないように叱られるようです。そんな姿を息子のジョージ様にきっと見せたくないのでしょう。
As Shannon hung her head, she thought back on those scenes she had grown used to seeing while working in the mansion. Even Kraus, who acted haughtily towards his siblings, was still treated like a child by Kenzo. Shannon herself had often seen Kenzo slapping Kraus, or making him sit in Seiza style. It was probably deeply humiliating to have that forced upon him at his age. Yeah, think of the expression on Kraus's face when he's being corrected. A mix of embarrassment and fear. In the Ushiromiya family, taking care not to be present when this happened was one of the great tasks of the servants. Of course, that did mean that Shannon had been making mistakes by being witness to it. That and Kraus blushing as well.
そうだろうね。それを察して姿を消すのも子供の務めかな。それにしても今年もこの庭園の花は本当に素敵だね。
Truly. Look at this beautiful garden over here. Why, hello there, Mr. Rose. George stretched as he said that, and truly effortlessly, he changed the subject away from something that had become a little gloomy. This time, Shannon noticed it too. This person, George, was highly sensitive to the mood of a group, and was always caring enough to change the subject to something harmonious. He had been so smooth that Shannon had noticed it until today. Boy oh boy. Must say, George has some tact, not gonna lie. Today, Shannon had to really admire that behavior of George's. Almost all the boys Shannon knew of her own age were her classmates during her education. But they were all immature, and none of them had that composure that George did. Yeah, surely none of them had that level of tact, even though he had been just another guest until moments ago. Now, she couldn't describe him with just that. But that was idle thinking, irrelevant to her work as a servant. Shannon tried to chase away the way with a small shake of her head.
どうしたんだよ。
いえ、何でもありません。お茶のご用意をしましょうか。先ほどのアールグレイを改めてご用意します。
紅茶の名前覚えてくれたんだね。嬉しいよ。
さっきはお気遣いをありがとうございました。
Shannon was finally able to put her thanks into words. If he wrote them out on paper, they wouldn't seem like much. But Shannon had needed just a little courage to say them out loud. But George played dumb.
何のことだい？お礼を言われるような覚えはないけど。
It seemed like he was being a gentleman in his own way, saying that he hadn't helped her because he wanted to be thanked. It seemed that George's response had been more or less predictable to Jessica. She burst out laughing uncontrollably.
なあ、こういうところ気ざったらしいだろ。
いえ、そんなことは。
Jessica made fun of Shannon as she remained silent, red-faced. George didn't know the details, but he naturally joined in, laughing the same way. The three of them lazily walked around the garden, talking about what was new. George, as the oldest cousin, talked about his life experiences. Jessica talked about recent life on Rokenjima, and Shannon talked about her recent work. These silly little topics went around and around in circles. Even when the other stories had been fascinating, Shannon had never left particularly connected to their contents. She was nothing more than a servant, and she had no intention of delving into her master's lives. Until now, she simply wanted them to enjoy their time speaking with her, and was only pretending to listen intently, and nodding at the right moments. But for some reason, she found talking with George deeply interesting today. Even for things that she would normally ignore, she felt like she could feel kindness hidden beneath those words. For some reason, she wanted to know more things about George, no matter how trivial. So, she stared fixedly at him. She thought that, as far as looks went, this person, Ushiomiya George, was probably quite juicy, quite delicious, about average, and he didn't really stick out. No, come on, I mean, he's no battler in terms of looks, but still, I will post him in second place. I mean, then again, there isn't really that much competition around here in the boys department, besides, well, like Battler and George. The adults are in their own category, so that's why I'm saying that. But he was diligent, serious, and deeply thoughtful in a way that allowed him to understand people's hearts and care for them. But she had never been aware of these things until now. She might not have met him many times, but she had known his face for many years. Even so, she had not noticed once until now. So Shannon felt ashamed of this, and her cheeks went red. And then you get noticed. Maybe George thought that Shannon was appreciating him talking about himself, because he continued to relate his personal stories. But Jessica didn't miss that slight change in Shannon. Oh no, she didn't. So she turned the discussion around to the topic Shannon wanted to hear about most.
そういやさ、ジョージ兄さん、いい加減に彼女とかはできたわけ？
Ooh, that's a good question. Okay.
なんだい、やぶから棒に。
Cause, surely George doesn't have a girlfriend. He's so focused on studies and all that. But now that Jessica asked this, George can give the straight answer that no, he hasn't, and thus he would pique Shannon's interest. Normally just George's reaction would have been answer enough. But for some reason, as she was now, Shannon found herself unable to understand it unless he said it clearly. Ow!
そのジョージ様はお優しいですから、さぞや表になるだろうと。
いや、
よせよシャノン、そういう追い詰め方はかえって意地悪だぜ。
私は別に意地悪のつもりは。
嬉しい勘違いをありがとう。残念だけど、特定の一人の女性とはまだご縁がないよ。見ての通り、容姿も並以下だからね。
I think you're being too modest.
女の子を楽しくさせてあげられるような気の利いた話術もないし。
そんなことないと思います。それに男性の魅力は容姿では測れないところで決まるんじゃないかと思います。だからその
I think I'm gonna need to drink some water soon enough.
ジョージ様はとても魅力的な男性じゃないかと思います。
Shannon wasn't characteristic of her pose. Compared to her normal self, she was being very wordy indeed. George looked fairly pleased about hearing his own charm described, but he was just a little surprised at this high praise. Just got sure know that her own imagination was right on. Running wild, acted as though she could barely hold back her laughter.
ありがとう、シャノンちゃん。僕に魅力を感じてくれるような寛大な女性に早く巡り合いたいね。
Oh, I'm sure you'll find soon enough.
きっと巡り合えると思います。 ジョージ様の本当の魅力に気づいている女性はきっといえ、大勢いらっしゃると思いますよ。
She probably wanted to say, there's a girl not very far away. Like, right under your nose, but no. She avoided saying that much, drawing a final line as a servant, because that surely would have been a dead giveaway.
そうかな。さすがに照れるね。
Maybe he had never been praised as much by a girl. George's face turned just as bright red as Shannon's. As she watched the two of them, Jessica giggled sadistically.
ジョージ兄さんもやがては素敵なパートナーと出会うだろうけどさ、今のままじゃきっと上手にパートナーをエスコートできないと思うぜ。勤勉でいらっしゃるようだけど、そっちのお勉強はからっきしみたいだしよ。
悪かったね。その勉強はこれから少しずつしていくよ。
相手もいないのにどうやって？恋愛映画でも見る？それとも秀吉おじさんに習う？
I'm sure he will be a natural learner. And one day he will be together with the love of his life, visiting places like the Okinawas.
まるで鬼の首でも取ったみたいだな。こういう話では男は女の子にかなわないね。
Normally, when George and Jessica got together, their parents would say, George is diligent and admirable, and Jessica is lazy and rude, nee. So it was probably irresistible fun for Jessica when their roles were finally reversed. George also realized that, so this time he was content with being the one who was teased.
ジョージ兄さんさえいいならさ、シャノンでちょっと練習してみたら？
Just gonna drink some water while going through this.
シャノンを一日退屈させずにデートに連れてくんだよ。どうよ？
そんなお嬢様。
When she heard Jessica's audacious plan, Shannon's face turned bright red, and the donut to smoke rose from it with a poof.
それはとても魅力的な提案だけど、シャノンちゃんに悪いよ。彼女の貴重な休日を奪うだけじゃない。彼女が本当に思いを寄せる人と二人きりで過ごす聖域に僕が割り込んでしまうことになる。そんな無粋なことはできないね。
私もその思い人とかそういう人はいませんので、そういうお気遣いは無用なのです。
Shannon's blood had all rushed to her head, and it looked like even she didn't know what she was babbling about. Jessica, who knew how Shannon normally was, seemed to find that really comical. Oh, jolly joy. She couldn't hide her cackling laugh anymore.
そうなのかい？シャノンちゃんみたいな可愛い子が独り身なんて信じられないね。
私使用人ですから、その男の方との縁なんてありませんし、
ってことはシャノンも将来素敵な男性を射止めるために交際の練習が必要だってことじゃないのかよ。つまり二人とも互いの思惑は一致するわけだ。なるほど、こりゃいいぜ。
Jessica irresponsibly cheered the two of them. Now, George was also hanging his head, red-faced.
ジョージ、さっきから呼んでるわよ。聞こえないの？
Since Eva appeared in what was already an embarrassing situation, both of them became even more flustered. Oh goody. Jessica was in stitches.
母さん、ごめんよ、話が込み入っちゃっててね。気づかなかった。
これはエヴァ様、大変失礼しました。
若い子たち同士で大層盛り上がってたみたいね。あなたたちもみんなお年頃だもの。そういう話題が尽きないのもよくわかるわ。
嫌ですね。エヴァおばさんだってまだまだお若いじゃないですか。秀吉おじさんとの馴れ初めを聞かせてくださいよ。
あら、そんなの言えるわけないわよ。本当にみんな若いんだから。
それで何、母さん。用があって声をかけたんじゃないの？
お父さんたちの話が終わったわ。おじいさまにあなたの話をするからいらっしゃい。
僕の話？何の話かな？
今みんなでしてたのと同じ話よ。
え？
ほら、例の話。
あの話かい。別におじいさまに話すようなことじゃないんじゃないかな。
何の話だよ。まさかジョージ兄さん誰かと結婚するの？
Oh. Uh-oh.
それはおめでとうございます。
違うよ。特定の女性はいないってさっき言ったじゃないか。
威張ることじゃないでしょ。まったく。
Eva smiled bitterly, looking a little exasperated.
わかった。ジョージ兄さんあれでしょ。お見合いだ。
Uh-oh.
お見合いですか？
まあね。
As a man, Georgian dully wanted to find a partner by himself and carry her off himself. So it seemed that he found the idea of meeting his partner for the first time in a marriage meeting arranged by his parents to be a little pathetic.
お見合いというのはもっと年齢が成熟してからするものじゃないのかな。僕はまだ一人前になったって自覚すらないというのに。
もちろん、即結納即結婚なんて焦る気は全然ないのよ。親睦を深めて、年齢的にもう少し落ち着いてから籍を入れる形でも問題ないの。
From the forceful impression Eva was giving, and George's evasiveness, it seemed he could catch a glimpse of how this marriage meeting linked into everything. Who this other person was remained unclear, but it was surely someone profitable to Eva's family in a business sense. Of course. It felt almost like a political strategy. They wanted to create a connection between the two families, if not by changing registers, then at least by having them get engaged.
結婚はね、好きになってからするものじゃないの。してから慣れることよ。
Ui. I mean, that is a great idea, Eva.
感情だけで結婚すると必ず後悔する。身元のしっかりした人を生涯の伴侶に選んで、それから愛情を築いていくのも決して間違ったことではないの。
エヴァおばさん、それじゃ秀吉おじさんに悪いですよ。
Yeah. In which case, what is your history with Hideyoshi, Eva?
私はあの人のこと大好きよ。いつまでも一緒にいて人生を共にしていきたい。
エヴァ様、素晴らしいです。本当にご立派です。
ありがとう。でもその気持ちは二人で夫婦をしていくうちに育んだものよ。そして今の私たちより未来の私たちの方がもっともっと仲良しだと信じてる。私は夫婦はそういうものがいいと思ってるの。
Right.
だからって好きでもない相手と結婚してもいいって論法にはならないと思うけどな。
だからって好きな相手なら誰と結婚してもいいという論法にはならないわ。
Yeah, like what the fuck are you talking about? You with your progressive mind, George.
結婚は一瞬。でもその後の夫婦生活はずっと長いの。だから一時の感情に任せず慎重に相手を探すべきなの。そしてそれは人生経験の未熟なあなたより お母さんたちの方がうまくやれるとは思わない？
それはそうかもしれないけど。
あなたは私の自慢の一人息子よ。どこへ出しても恥ずかしくないくらい立派に成長してくれたわ。バトラ君は席を抜け、あなたが今やお父様の血を引く唯一の男孫。あなたにふさわしい相手は慎重に選ばなくてはならない。
As everyone related to the Uchiha family knew, Eva adored George so much that he was the apple of her eye. But that didn't mean she had pampered him. She had raised him strictly, and he had grown into a charming man who wouldn't betray her expectations. Ui. That's how he was the apple of her life.
あなたの相手は決して母さんたちの損得で決めてなんかいないわ。
Are you sure about that? Oh, I mean... Oh, look at those pretty flowers. Lavender.
あなたにふさわしい、本当に素晴らしい女性に母さんが合わせてあげる。今はあなたの中にある青臭い若さがそれを疎むかもしれない。でもこれだけは母さんの言うことを聞きなさい。私があなたのためを思わなかったことが一度でもある？
それはないけど。
今はそれで結構よ。さあ行きましょう。お父様を待たせてるわよ。急いで屋敷に行きなさい。
じゃあごめんね、二人とも。また後で。
George bowed to the two of them, and after bowing once more to Shannon, he dashed off to the mansion.
じゃあおばさんも行くわね。楽しい話を打ち切っちゃってごめんね、ジェシカちゃん、シャノンちゃん。
いえ気にしないでください。じゃあシャノン、私たちは行こうぜ。はい。
大丈夫よ。ジェシカちゃんだってきっとそのうち素敵な出会いがあるわよ。ジェシカちゃんにふさわしい素敵な方がね。
私と同程度ってことは成績の悪い男かな。なんだかうぜえぜ
もちろんシャノンちゃんにもね。あなたにふさわしい素敵な男性がきっと現れるわよ。
はい、ありがとうございます。
As Eva giggled and smiled, she approached Shannon's ear with a hand over her mouth, as though she was trying to tell her a secret.
使用人風情のあなたにぴったりの相手がきっと見つかるわよ。義務教育に行かせてもらった恩も忘れて身の程を知りなさい。
そんなつもりは。私。
ジョージはお父様の血を引く孫の中では嫡男に当たるのよ。ひょっとしたら未来の後宮家を背負うことになるかもしれない人。その期待に応えるためにたくさんの勉強を重ねて素晴らしい大学に入り素晴らしい成績を残しているわ。そんなジョージと無能無資格無教養な使用人風情が釣り合うと本気でお思い？
Those malicious words all poured into Shannon's ear without spilling a drop. To Shannon, it was like cold water was being poured in there.
私はそんなつもりは。
This was all whispered in secret. And with the same smile as before, Jessica, who could only see Eva's expression, didn't think it was anything other than Eva telling Shannon some embarrassing story about love. When their secret conversation ended, Eva patted Shannon's shoulders, as though to underscore her message.
大丈夫よ。あなたにぴったりのお相手がきっと見つかるからね。じゃあね、ジェシカちゃん。また後でね。
Right.
はい、また後で。秀 子おじさんとの話、その時聞かせてくださいね。
いやよ。
Eva laughed dryly and headed back to the entrance hall. Behind Jessica, who was cheerfully waving her hand, Shanna reflected very, very deeply on those words of Eva's about knowing her place